Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Prajataranjana Yasodanandana Prajataranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Sri Radha Madhava ki, Sri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana ki, Gaura Premanande.
Eli käännös suomeksi tässä huoneessa, jos joku tarvitsee käännös.
I looks more intelligent like that.
That's the only reason why I have.
Therefore I use it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stabitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Radati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhanu Sutadevi, Pranamami Hari Priya. No. O Shrimati Radharani, I offer my respects to you, whose body complexion is like molten gold. O Goddess, you are the Queen of Brindavana. You are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu and are very dear to Lord Krishna. It's famous verse about Shrimati Radharani. So today is a very important day for all the Vaishnavas, for all the devotees. It's appearance day of Shrimati Radharani, eternal consort of Lord Krishna. Actually, there is a very deep philosophy behind the personality of Shrimati Radharani and her relationship with Krishna. And it is said that you just can't understand this philosophy in full. And because we can say tiny brain, tiny intelligence. Sometimes we don't understand even what happens right now here on this planet. But to speak about Krishna and Radharani, such exalted persons. But still, it is very important to understand philosophy that stay behind some spiritual persons. Because if you don't understand philosophy, you can't understand the person. For example, in India, everybody knows Krishna, but nobody knows Krishna actually. Yeah, Krishna is, there in my rickshaw, there's Krishna, Hanuman, Durga, Shiva, everybody is there. Maybe Durga give blessings. If Durga do not, then Krishna will give blessings. Yeah, it's like that. Such spiritual kitschy, Everything is messed up like that. So everybody know Krishna, but nobody understand Krishna, who he is. Therefore, it is one more time. It's very important to understand philosophy that stands behind some spiritual person. And as I said, it's almost impossible to fully understand this philosophy. But I will try to explain some aspects today. So the concept of God exists in almost every culture on this planet, isn't it? Maybe Chinese don't have it, and Korean maybe. I heard Chinese doesn't have word God in their dictionary. I heard like that. Maybe not, I don't know, but I heard something like that. In Korea, though, they also doesn't have it. When I was in far east of Russia, I have discussions with with labor from North Korea, not South, but North Korea. Have you ever seen North Korean? I saw it, saw them. They have this communist, beige. Every one of them, every day they have, communist meeting and like that, and they completely under control, completely, the whole day from start to beginning, completely under control. They can do, they even can speak nothing, freely. Interesting point. They afraid actually. So they also don't have. They said they told me that in actually I saw them when they make some repairment in our temple. We hire them, and we feed them prasadam, and they heard Hare Krishna, and they was very surprised what happening here. So I speak with them, and they told me that there is no word for God in Korean language. Maybe in South Korea they have right now. They have a Christianity there and like that. But one more time, the concept of God exists in almost every culture on this planet. Actually, scientists say that every person is born with faith with some spiritual higher power, born in it. You know, we have this born, how to say, inclination to believe in someone higher than we, in some, some higher power, higher personality. For example, for a child, parents, it's like God. You're so small, you can do nothing practically, but your daddy can, take this, I don't know, chair, yeah, table, very heavy, and move it from one place to another. It's practically miracle. No matter how atheists try to remove God from the face of this planet, they tried actually for many 100 years already, but they do not succeed. Yeah. On the contrary, over time, the God removed the atheists from the face of this planet. Nietzsche once said, "God is dead," and and another philosopher after Nietzsche's death wrote another, sentence. Nietzsche dead, God. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu Sarva Harashchaham. I am the all-consuming death. In the Vedic thought, everyone will meet Krishna eventually. Even if you are atheists, Krishna will come to you. No problem, everyone will meet him. In the Vedic culture, the concept of God is developed in the highest degree, actually. So many scriptures describe this personality in impersonal terms, In the Vedas, you can find a description of qualities, nature of God, in all depth, we can say. Moreover, in Vedic scriptures, you can find address of God when he is live. Vrindavan, it's there. Mayapur, also there. You can find it. Only Vedas, contain this knowledge where the God live right now, where you can, go to meet him, to have the association. That's a very interesting point. Therefore, careful study of the Vedas give rise to a deep and unshakable faith in God. We can say the Vedas answer all the questions about spiritual progress, about the God and our internal relationship with Him. Therefore, Vedas is not a religion, it's books of knowledge. Books of knowledge. Each of us And one also there is one more unique feature of God that describes only in the Vedas, that God has energies, and He always with His energies. Like Prabhupada said, where whenever king will came, the whole his associates came with him. For example, we're waiting for Govinda Maharaj, and he will not came alone. He has his energies. One who playing mridanga, karatas, harmonium, someone, lots of energies, because he is Maharaj. He's like a king in spiritual, in our spiritual community. So king never can come alone. He always come with some energies. And frankly speaking, I don't see anywhere in other scriptures these conceptions of God. There is God and all his energies, and they are simultaneously, in one place present uh, every time. So each of us have some kind of energy or Shakti. In Sanskrit, they use word Shakti. We have time, it's energy. We have some money, some wealth, it's also energy. We have spiritual, physical strength, that's energy. We have power of intelligence. All these are our energies. Of course, more precisely, it's not our energies because for us it's very easy to lose it. Yeah, someone may be very beautiful in younghood, and then after 50, something happened with the body. We may be very healthy and very strong, but once again, after 50, 60, we're already not so strong, and so on. For example, I never wear glasses before, but now what to do? I can't read without it. It's mean that all this energies is not our actually. If you have something, if you uh, own something, you can't lose it. You can't lose it. That's the harsh truth of material existence. We don't have anything actually. Because when time again, when death will come, we lose everything in the second actually. Right now, right that. And nobody asks you. Maybe you want to stay, for a couple of days in this body. No, nobody asks you. That silently came to you and get lost. Bye bye. Another body. You should go. Like a policeman. But still, we have some, amount of energy for sometimes. All energies belong to God, and He gives us some of these energies for the duration of this life. Yeah, you can use it because without this, you can't survive, you can't live in this world. We temporarily use the energies of God by His grace because He shared it with us. If you are beautiful, it means that God shared with you with this energy, with His energy of beauty. If you are wealthy, it means that God shared with you this energy of wealthy for a time, for some period of time. You can't use it. You can use it. So we temporarily use the energies of God by His grace. And someone, we can say, extract a huge benefit from this by using these energies in spiritual development. For example, now we try to do so. We try to use our time for chanting japa, for reading Vedas, for reading spiritual books, for do some service. We use our intelligence to understand Krishna, to understand uh, God, to understand His position and our position in relationship with Him. We also can use physical strength. There is also tables in temple, and sometimes you should move it from one place to another, like that. Therefore, someone can get a huge benefit from this temporary ownership of God's energies. And someone just wasted this. Someone just wastes these energies. And yeah, what I mean that he just tried to use it to buy something, and but this thing, this new, I don't know, mobile phone or car and so on. Eventually, you should give up. You should give it up here. Eventually, all this thing will be left here. You can't take it with you when you're dead. Just like these Egyptians, yeah, they tried to take everything with them. These pharaohs, in Egypt, when this Egypt king dying, they put all the servants with him, horses and monies and so on. And after hundreds of years, uh, there was a film about this Angelina Jolie, I suppose. Tomb Raiders, yeah. And after hundreds of years, these Tomb Raiders came and took all this gold. Because actually, you can't take anything with you. It will be, it will be here. You can't do nothing. You can't take nothing. And sometimes people, just wasted all these energies given by God just to try to satisfy these senses. Of course, senses cannot be satisfied, they can be only agitated. You can't satisfy senses and mind by giving them something, only agitate them. So, Vedas tell us that God owns all the energies. We may have it in this lifetime, but for only limited period of time and only in limited amount. We are not all beauty, all wealthy, and so on and so on and so on. And now you're beauty, after one day you're not. Now you're wealthy, and after one day not. Like that. Uh, but all the energies belong to the God. Therefore, he is called Shaktiman, Lord of all Shaktis. Man means one who possesses, and Shakti means energies, of course. Everything we see around us belongs to him and under his control. Everything. Actually, this is very good news. Usually, if we are materialistic, we became disappointed. Oh, I'm not in control. Very sad. But actually, it's very good news. Everything in control. Your breath, heart beating, your digestion is under control. It's mean that you shouldn't think how to breathe, how to digest. You just put these cakes inside, and Krishna will control everything. It's very good news, actually. You don't see how eyesight working and everything like that. You don't bother using your brain to diffuse some kind of estrogen or cortisol, all this thing to make body work. It's working automatically for us, isn't it? We just want to go somewhere and body is going. It's very good news that we are not under control. For just imagine if you will be under control. So you put some cake in your stomach, and now you should understand, which amount of this juice you should, produce in your body to digest this cake. And you completely forget about breathing in that time. And just dying, because you forget to breathe. No, stop. I can't, digest and breathe simultaneously. I'm so intelligent, but you forget how to drive your car and accident and you're dead. Once again, this is a very good news that all the energies is under control of Krishna. Very good news. Because Krishna, in the Vedas, Krishna describes as our best friend who always acts in our best interests. So it's very good news. If you have a very good, powerful friend, it's very good news that he controls something in your life, like children and parents. It's very good news for children that they have a very good, loving parents, isn't it? Very good news. So all the energies belong to the God and always under His control. And once again, this is very good news. Beauty, wealth, knowledge, renunciation, power, fame, glory, all these possessions are fully belong to Krishna permanently, day and night, 7-Eleven, yeah. Day and night, the whole year, from beginning to the end, always. Sometimes we get a piece of this, assets of these energies and consider ourselves very lucky. Yeah, beautiful person think that he is very lucky. I'm very beautiful. Wealthy person also think I'm very lucky. But we are never the master of these assets or energies. Never. The Vedas tell us that God has an infinite number of energies. Infinite. Not one, two, three, infinite, actually. But there is one, we can say, primordial energy from which all the others came. And it is energy of love and devotion. This is energy of love and devotion. Love and devotion, it's uh, primordial energy. And the personification of this primordial energy is Shrimati Radharani, which birthday we are celebrating today. She is a, we can say, beginning energy, the most important energy of the Lord. From this energy, all other energy came. She is the goddess of love and affection, and she is filled with pure and unalloyed love and devotion to Krishna. And because of this love and devotion, she completely owns the heart of Krishna. That's an interesting point. Krishna called Ajita, unconquerable, invincible. You cannot defeat God. It's impossible because, as I'm already said, every energy belongs to Him in full, amount, every time, always. What can you do? The same energy which you will try to conquer Krishna belongs to Him. It's just like child, he told to his father, I want to live separately. Give the money for renting the apartment, everything like that. And then I will be, uh, separate from you, как независимый, independent of you. That's foolishness. Just give me the money. Yeah, sometimes, just like it's happened just like that. But because Shrimati Radharani is fully endowed with this love and devotion, she owns the heart of Krishna. Krishna cannot be defeated. He is invincible. Nobody can do this. But Shrimati Radharani, with her love, with her devotion, she defeats the invincible. And Krishna feels completely under her control. That's an interesting point. That you can't find anywhere, only in the Vedas. Only in the Vedas you can find this information. So this is the unique position and unique power of Shrimati Radharani. She is more powerful than God Himself. Therefore, this day is very special. She is more powerful than God Himself. The devotee of Krishna highly appreciate the day when Shrimati Radharani appeared. Because on this day we can ask for her blessings. We also want to, catch Krishna's heart. We also want to please Krishna with our love, devotion. And without Radharani's blessing, nobody can do this. Because she is a goddess of love. In this material world, we have some, how to say, people, yeah, подобие, some kind of love, yeah, there is a conception of love, but actually this is lust, not love. Therefore, 90% of all the marriage broke after some years, because there is no love actually. There is just propensity to use another person, our own desire, to satisfy our own desire. But Radharani doesn't have it, doesn't have this propensity. Her love and devotion is pure. Therefore, she conquered Krishna. So on this day, we ask for her blessing, and by her blessing, we can also defeat the undefeatable, invincible Krishna by our love and our devotions. Thanks to these blessings, we can achieve spiritual perfection and emerge in this ocean of spiritual bliss, eternal association with Krishna. Because if you don't have this pure love and devotion, you can't associate with Krishna. Krishna will not, how to say, Krishna doesn't have desire to exploit you and take something from you. And he expects that you also will be like that. I don't want anything from you. Maybe I would ask something from you, Krishna, but for your service. Like a children, like a child, he asks parents, please give me money and I will bring you a present. Because I don't have a money. I'm a child. Please give me money for your service. Therefore, yeah, sometimes they would ask Krishna for something, but only to satisfy him, but only to give something to him, only for devotional service. And Shrimati Radharani can teach us to do this. And Shrimati Radharani, she is a personification of this mood. So therefore, Radhastami, appearance day of Shrimati Radharani, is so important for devotees. Hare Krishna. I don't know if I have time for questions. Maybe 1.5 questions. 2.
We have time.
Local authority told we have time for 2 questions. Okay. I don't know if you have. Yeah.
Somebody said years ago that we are all saved and even the cow is as dear as Radharani, but then I got that.
Even cow,
The cow is,
you mean to Krishna, as dear to Krishna as Radharani.
but then I got doubtful.
Yeah, I also have a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's clearly said in the Vedas that Radharani is most loved by Krishna. Yeah. So that was his opinion.
Yes. Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, in Bhagavad Gita it is said that Krishna is, how to say, neutral to everyone. But to his devotees, he is not neutral. He loves his devotees.
Not on the same platform. We are not on the same platform as Radharani.
No. Therefore, we begging for her mercy. We will be never on this platform. because Radharani is Shakti. She's the energy, eternal energy of the Lord. We are jivas. We are little persons. Another category, another kind of energy of Krishna. Therefore, yeah, we will eternally ask for Radharani's blessings. No, yeah.
No, I just had a quick thought that in the Srimad Bhagavatam, even though it's the stories of Lord Krishna and all his avatars, there is no direct reference of Srimati.
Yeah, that's interesting
So
thing.
how is that? And maybe you can expound.
Because Parikshit Maharaj doesn't have a lots of time. He was very limited. He knew that, this Takshaka serpent came and bite him after 7 days. And Shukadeva Goswami, who told him Srimad Bhagavatam, also knew that. And also he think that if I, pronounce this name Radharanya, there will be ecstasy, maybe for a couple of days like that. I will lose my, external consciousness. But this king doesn't have this time. So therefore, Shukadeva Goswami, how to say, обошел, overlap, yeah. How we can overlap Radharani. He say there that gopi, di gopi. Therefore, yeah.
Would you like to tell us probably how Srimati Radharani appeared and how she saw Krishna first time?
Yeah, Gopal Krishna loved this story. Yeah, when Srimati Radharani appears, her eyes was closed, and therefore her parents was very agitated. Oh, blind, daughter, it's not very good. Of course, Srimati Radharani, from the beginning, it will be understood. It was understood that Srimati Radharani will be a very unique person. She have a unique features on her laps, on her footsteps, on her foots. So, but she was blind, but she opened her eyes only when she see Krishna for first time. That was her determination. I came here only for Krishna. Nothing, no one else, nothing more, no more. And when Krishna, actually everyone in Vrindavan was like that practically. Vrindavan is a very unique place. When all the Leelas with Krishna, Gopi, and where all Krishna Leela, appear, Vrindavan, everyone was very special. When Krishna lived this planet, everyone in Vrindavan also goes. Vrindavan became empty. Nobody lives there anymore. And after some years, Vajranabha, grandson of Krishna, came to Vrindavan, and he once again excavate this place of Krishna Lila, and he brings some Brahmana from South India to Vrindavan. And this South Indian Brahman became new inhabitants, new, how they call Brijabasi, new Brijabasi. But all the inhabitants of Vrindavan gone with Krishna. Why should we be here if Krishna is not here? It's hellish position. If Krishna is not here, I go. Well, actually, I don't know many stories. I always think that to learn lots of stories about Srimati Radharani, it's not very safe. Because, it's easy to start to think that, it's a regular person. Now, better first to understand philosophy. And then this personality will open to you. You can't understand Krishna or Radharani if they are not reveal themselves to you. Interesting. Tamal Krishna Goswami once said that when Prabhupada performed this parikram around Vrindavan, he never tell any story. They came to some place, Prabhupada said, yeah, in this place Krishna killed this demon. Let's go. Or they chant japa or chant kirtana. Let's go. Sometimes, rarely, Prabhupada asks some local Brahmin to tell some story. Because lots of story you find in Brindavan are not authoritative, actually. They don't have any root in the Shastra. Just imagination of local people. Something more. Yeah.
Maybe on a general level, sometimes people will question why do the Hare Krishnas or the Gaudiya Vaishnavas have this special focus on, Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, because they may say that, okay, Sitaram, Sri Ramachandra is Maryada Purushottama, the ideal leader, and even Krishna and Dwarka, he's king and he marries, all the queens, or the Krishna, the field of Kurukshetra, is the ideal teacher. But then Krishna and Brindavan does a lot of all this, Radha and Krishna, they are not married, they are meeting in secret, and Krishna is stealing
That's
the
make
butter.
all the fun,
Yes, and Krishna is stealing the gopis' clothes. So, like, what is the specialty of this Brindavan, or of this Radha Krishna in Brindavan?
Yeah, there's a Rama and Vaikuntha and so on, but there is no Madhurya in these relationships. Only with Krishna you can have any relationships. Only to Krishna you can be friend. You can be not only servant, you can be parent of Krishna. You can be lover of Krishna. You cannot be lover of Rama, because Rama give Ekapatni Vrata. Only one wife, Bas. And also in Vaikuntha, for example, when Gopkumar, these descriptions in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, came to Vaikuntha, and he saw that his Lord Vishnu take prasadam, so Gopkumar immediately jumped to him and eat from the same plate. Hey Lord, how you doing? Hare Krishna. Because he is a Gopa. He's a boy. He wants to play with Krishna. He wants to catch the monkeys, and do some naughty thing like that. Just like they found this well, in the forest, and there's an echo and they screamed some bad names. And here for the echo, it's very funny. You can't be funny in Vaikuntha. It's not not the place, not proper. But with Krishna you can have any relationships. You can be respectful to Krishna, no problem. Shantarasa, you can be servant of Krishna, Dasya Rasa, and so on, and you can be lover of Krishna also. Therefore, we are about Krishna, because he can be anything for you. Vishnu, Narayana, Rama can do like that. But if somebody have this, how it called, Swarupa, to be an inhabitant of Vaikuntha, in ISKCON you also will find your place, no problem. And go to Vaikuntha, or to Lord Ram, no problem. Is that the answer? Okay. I have more than 2 questions. Yeah. What local authority will say? I don't know. It seems that we have some time more. Maybe the last one.
We have
Or we have to finish now already. He will tell us.
We have experienced more of Krishna's external energy,
Mm-hmm.
and then today we are celebrating the personification of spiritual energy.
Yeah.
So what is the process becoming transferred from
Mhm.
the external energy to the internal energy?
Actually, there is no material energy, we can say. I mean to say, it's not that, material energy and it's completely, out of Krishna like that. No, material energy is in our head. When spiritual energy is covered by our desire to satisfy our own senses, it became material. If we use this material energy in service, in Krishna's service, it became spiritual. These microphones, all these instruments, it's spiritual because we use it for Krishna. It's called Shakti Parinamavada. You can transfer, you can change energy. Like electricity, you can get cold from electricity and you can get hot from electricity. If you know how to transfer it, how to change it. So now we have this material energy experience, but we should change it. We should transfer it. And if we are studying Shastra, we get this knowledge. We get this. We can understand this science how to make spiritual out of material. For example, we just can sit and chant Hare Krishna, and we feel this connection with material energy or spiritual energy. Anybody can feel it. Is that the answer? Okay. Ruben. Okay. Shrimati Radharani ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande